swag. About tag on noon. I got it in the bag now. Getting all type of cash. I'm a general truth. I never get anybody, but I got something to do with that. I got the streets on my back. Carry it like I'm moving the. I told him to 100, like he trying to move it up. It was like lemon in the mouth.
We welcome all of you to Nissan Stadium on the banks of the Cumberland River in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. The whole of downtown Nashville likely still reverberating with the sounds of the Titans taking the field a moment ago. They're ready for football as their Titans are set to match up with Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Keep it rolling, keep it rolling.
Second down, Mariota trying to force it to his tight end Walker, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Titan offense now working their way back onto the field. Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. Because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Now a 2nd down throw for Mariota. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Fletcher Cox breaking through to get him for a loss of 7. Mariota will need a big play after the sack as the Titans come up 3rd and long. Play fake to Henry. Now Mariota. Uncorks one for Davis. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
Sproles, the return. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi, trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
From midfield, here's Wentz. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Hang in there now. Hang in there now. Line. Go. Breathe.
Here's Ajayi. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, add that play to his resume reel because he went to the Pro Bowl last year. That's how you go to the Pro Bowl. You make plays like that, big-time penetration, and throw people for losses.
Go.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Ajayi. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
But that's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a 1st down with his very next run.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Going to throw deep for the end zone. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Once again here on 2nd and 10. His throw caught at about the 5. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a 1st down. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. It's picked up by the Titans. And a short return to the 6-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Mariota now after the fumble recovery. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Nigel Bradham, the linebacker, right there on the coverage.
There are a good number of coaches that anytime they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On second down, here's Henry. And some space here. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
Nice job there defensively on 3rd down. Not only did they string the play out, but they didn't allow any room for a cutback. Really well organized on the defensive side.
Mariota on 3rd and 2. Flushed out right. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 35. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
A first down carry for Henry. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Mariota on first down. Goes underneath for Henry. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll make it a 2nd down. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Off play action to Henry. Here's Mariota. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Fletcher Cox in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Mariota will need a big play after the sack as the Titans come up 3rd and long. They go play action. Mariota. Now he's going to throw deep back over the middle. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Well, we quit counting yardage on that one, didn't we? That was truly 3rd and a mile, wasn't it?
It was. I thought they might just go underneath, but they didn't. They wanted to get the first down there.
Yeah, they tried to pick up the huge chunk unsuccessfully. I'm with you. I would have tried to take some yardage just to gain some field position.
Bust through the tackle. 51 yards on the punt there. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They run again with a giant. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles with the ball here to begin quarter number 2. They'll come up on a 3rd and 4 here to start things out.
15. Drain 15.
Shotgun now for Wentz. Goes underneath for Sproles. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Lion. Drain 15. Drain 15. Foot.
Now it's Ajayi. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that any time you hand the ball to a back.
Wentz to throw on 2nd down. Finding some room at midfield. This complete left side to Aguilar. And finally down at the 36-yard line. A very solid gain of 27. Somebody missed an assignment. He was waving his arms saying, hey, I'm wide open. They found him.
You think? You think? I mean, he was so wide open. Did you see he was just windmilling like he was Don Quixote or somebody out there? And then they found him for a really nice gain.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. This is Ajayi. And a short gain down to about the 33. The cornerback, it's Logan Ryan who brings him down.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Lion.
On 2nd down, here's Wentz. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. Part of the reason they're here, no doubt, was his big performance in the NFC title game, and that's his first catch of the Super Bowl. They run with Ajayi, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. From the gun, it's Wentz. This will be caught at about the 6. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
If you run an out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Now it's the all-purpose back. This is Darren Sproles. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line.
They tried to run right into the teeth of the defense on third down, but looked like those teeth were pretty sharp.
They were having absolutely none of it. Stuffed them for a loss.
Yeah, couldn't get any leverage up front and move people aside in order to run the ball.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Play fake. Mariota rolling to his right. And this one caught by Delaney Walker. A Titan first down. Mariota to Walker.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
They go play action here on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Mariota gives to Henry. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. The Titans on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. Off the play fake, Mariota. He's going to launch this thing way down. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And a big 32-yard play on 3rd.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to Tennessee after this.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
A first down throw for Mariota. Being chased out left. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you've got the 2 defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
So after the penalty, now they need just a yard on 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed, as that's going to move the chains.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
On play action, Mariota. He will find Davis on the left side complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10 to the 7. 23 yards on the play. A first red zone opportunity for the Titans. They've got it 1st and goal at the 7. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. They get it to him running left. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And before they can run this 3rd down play, we're going to get a timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? 3rd and goal, Mariota. And that is caught by Davis for a Tennessee touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Titans have made this a 1-score game. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, full half to be played. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll start out on the ground with Sproles. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Benny Logan in there on the tackle.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
So we've reached halftime here, and it's our visitors, the Eagles, leading this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Drain 15. Here we go. Waiting.
To throw is Wentz. He's going to float this one deep right side. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Here we go. 20.
action. Now Wentz. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Complete. Here's Brad Nordman now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Out come the Titans now. They'll have it first on offense to start the third. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out if that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
They'll run it again with Henry. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. Rashard Matthews here on the catch. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got room. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
First down, Mariota. He dumps it off for Henry. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll be second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Mariota now on 2nd down. Try to force it to his tight end, Walker, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham, past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Brian Orakpo in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Working from the gun, Wentz. That's into the hands of Wallace over the middle. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage because man coverage, particularly running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. Flush to his right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage. But instead, he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it.
They'll try and get the run game going. This is Henry. And they'll get him down right about the 20. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
So they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
2nd down, Mariota. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30.
We are seeing 2 really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
Play fake to Henry. Now Mariota. Smith catches left side. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for 4th.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. So on 4th down, here's the Tennessee field goal unit led by Ryan Suckup. From the left hash, this from 34. And Suckup will put this one right through, and that will knot us up at 10. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. Kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And some room to work. And he's brought down after a good gain. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start.
This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. That goes for a gain of 31.
Run, run. Here we go. Lady! Sunday! On the ball.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Back now in Nashville. All even as we get ready to start the 4th.
Lion.
They come out here in the eye.
Hey, Lou.
They'll toss it to Ajayi. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. There it is, the defense waking up after 3 plays that hurt them. Finally, they stand up.
They have a little pride, too, you know. 3 straight first-down type plays. Yeah, they wanted to make one stick on their side, didn't they?
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll give it to him right up the gut. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal. A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Ajayi. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that loss of yards there is not just on him. It's on the guys blocking for him. I mean, they're supposed to create some type of space or at least get a stalemate. They end up letting them through, and they ended up tackling him for a loss.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Hey, man! Here we go, back. 20!
They'll give it to him up the middle. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
This Titan defense, they just will not give in easily. Looking for another stop, 3rd and goal. They come out here in the eye. Now a toss play. It's Ajayi. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. And Elliott puts this one through. And they will take the lead at 13-10. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Out come the Titans now. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
They begin with Henry. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
4 down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got some space here. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That good for 19 and a 1st down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Mariota now to throw on 1st down. Buying time to his left. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Walker. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield across the 45. 19 yards to pick up there.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on 1st down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves to James.
Brandon, you know, we talk about having wrinkles in a game plan. That was a fold right there. How about that play? Being able to change things up. You think anyone else on the team's going to get the ball, and in that situation, they surprise everyone and give it to their big guy.
Keep it rolling, keep it rolling.
Mariota hands to Henry. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Easy, easy, easy.
Off play action to Henry. Here's Mariota. And this is incomplete. He was looking for Matthews that time, and it's third down.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. From the gun, Mariota. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This from 54 yards away. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Hang in there now. Hang in there now. Hey, empty. Empty. Go. 280. Corky. 82. Corky.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second and a foot or so.
Don't be mad. Don't be mad. It's more coming. It's more like it. Boom! Yeah, baby!
Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this.
Lefty. Here we go. The 20.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Great. Here we go. The 20.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Go. 80. 81.
And they'll run it here. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
When the Titans selected Alabama linebacker Rashaan Evans at number 22, I thought it was a perfect fit. Gives him a chance to apprentice a little bit with Wesley Woodyard right there next to him and eventually take over running that defense. He can run, he can hit, he can cover. Everything you expect out of a first-round linebacker.
They'll run with a former Badger. It's Corey Clement. Space to run past the 20. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
That's a lot of beef thundering downfield off of the toss play, and it takes me back to when I was a kid and watching USC play. Remember the old toss that they ran? They used to call it student body right or student body left because everyone was out in front of the ball carrier. In fact, one of their favorite plays, it was called roast stem right or roast stem left, depending on the formation, 28 toss. And 28 toss was their bread and butter.
Losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Now they get the timeout. It leads you to wonder, will they kick it here or risk running another play and possibly not getting down in time? We'll see. Right now, everything resting on the right foot of Jake Elliott. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. And they will take a knee and set up what would be a potential game-winning field goal try. And they're going to get the timeout called. What a finish. We're down to 4 seconds to go in this football game. Right now, everything resting on the right foot of Jake Elliott. 2 for 2 on the afternoon, and a third would win it. And his kick is good. And that will break our tie and give them a 3-point lead. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Eagles, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they will head home next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park to take on the Buffalo Bills. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we sign off from Nashville.